Hey there, and welcome to The Explainer. If you've got a dog, you already know that bringing your furry best friend along can literally be the best part of traveling. I mean, whether we're talking about a quick weekend road trip, a sunny beach getaway, or some massive cross-country adventure, sharing those moments is just incredibly rewarding. But as any pet parent will tell you, it can also be incredibly stressful if things go sideways. So, here's the core theme we're going to hammer home today. A comfortable, prepared dog is a safe dog. Successful travel really just takes a little bit of upfront planning, because when you anticipate their needs, you're actively preventing stress, accidents, and those dreaded on-the-road emergencies.
Okay, let's dive into this travel itinerary. We've got a super straightforward four-part plan today. We'll start with preparing for the journey, move into safety on the road, cover arrival and destination safety, and finally, knowing your dog's limits. Let's get packing.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, preparing for the journey. Anticipating your dog's needs before you even back out of the driveway is absolutely the foundation for a safe trip. Now, when it comes to packing, try dividing your list into two distinct buckets: the practical essentials and the emotional comforts. Let's be real, you're probably going to end up packing way more for your dog than for yourself. But it's not just about remembering the obvious stuff like food and vaccination records. Packing familiar, unwashed blankets or their absolute favorite toys directly reduces their anxiety when they suddenly find themselves in completely weird, unfamiliar environments. Having a dedicated dog travel bag with the whole shebang in one place just makes your life infinitely easier.
Actually, scratch that. Before you even zip up that travel bag, there's one non-negotiable administrative task you simply cannot skip. Being in new, strange places dramatically spikes the risk of a dog getting loose and lost. You absolutely have to make sure their ID tags are current and their microchip information is totally up to date. And here's the kicker. Ensure the phone number attached to that tag is actually reachable while you're on the road. A home landline won't help if you're 3 states away.
You know, it's a harsh reality to accept, but even the most well-trained dogs can become frightened or disoriented in unfamiliar places. No amount of high-level obedience training replaces solid preparation. Seriously, a dog with perfect recall in your quiet backyard might just panic and bolt if a semi-truck blares its horn at a busy highway rest stop. You always have to prepare for the unexpected.
And part of preparing for that unexpected reality is doing a little homework and researching your stops ahead of time. You do not want to be that person scrambling on your phone in the passenger seat trying to find a place to eat that allows dogs. Map out specific dog-friendly hotels, pet-friendly restaurant patios, and safe walking spots. And here is a real pro tip. Look up emergency veterinary clinics along your route before you ever leave. Planning this out prevents sheer panic if, heaven forbid, the unexpected actually happens.
Which brings us right into Section 2, safety on the road. It's time to actually get moving, and that means we need to talk seriously about protecting your pet from the physical risks of being in a moving vehicle.
So we all know that classic movie image, right? A dog happily sticking its head out the window, ears flapping in the breeze. It looks cute, sure, but a free-roaming dog is actually a huge hazard. They can cause distracted driving and are at an extreme risk if you have to slam on the brakes. Contrast that with a dog secured by crash-tested seatbelts, a sturdy travel crate, or an SUV barrier. Simply put, restraining your dog protects them, and it protects you. It's a no-brainer.
While we're talking about vehicles, I need to issue a very stark life-or-death warning. Temperatures inside parked cars rise to deadly levels in mere minutes. Literally minutes. And yes, even on a mild day. It happens so much faster than you think. If your destination, like a museum or a nice restaurant, doesn't allow dogs inside, just leave them at home or at the hotel. It is absolutely never worth the risk to leave them waiting in a parked car.
Okay, when you are safely rolling down the highway, keep this magic number in mind: 2 to 4. Experts recommend stopping every 2 to 4 hours, obviously depending on your dog's age, size, and just general comfort level. They need regular opportunities to hop out, use the bathroom, stretch their legs, and really burn off that nervous travel energy that builds up while they're cooped up in the back seat.
And during those pit stops, and honestly, even while you're driving, hydration is absolutely key. Travel excitement plus heavy panting equals a fast track to dehydration. You want to always keep fresh water available. Utilizing those portable dog water bottles and collapsible bowls we talked about in the packing list makes hydrating on the go super easy, and it keeps your dog feeling healthy and alert for the whole ride.
Phew, you made it! Let's jump into Section 3, Arrival and Destination Safety. Now that the long drive is over,
Our focus entirely shifts to helping your dog comfortably settle in and adjust to their brand new surroundings.
Easing travel anxiety at your destination is really all about reestablishing a predictable routine. Dogs thrive on routine. First, feed them their meals at their normal, everyday times. Second, instantly set out that familiar bedding and the toys you packed so they have an immediate safe space that smells like home. Third, make sure to carve out some quiet downtime, especially if you have a jam-packed vacation schedule. Oh, and a quick side note, only ever use calming products or medications if they've been specifically recommended by your vet.
Vacations come with exciting new variables, but remember this, your rich vacation treats aren't meant for your dog. It is so tempting to share a fancy restaurant meal with them, but it almost always ends in a nasty upset stomach. Also, you've got to play detective a bit. Keep a sharp eye out for toxic local plants, unsafe drinking sources like stagnant ponds, and unfamiliar wildlife. Always keep them leashed in busy or wild new areas. Basically, what seems incredibly exciting to a dog can quickly become hazardous if we aren't paying close attention.
And that brings us to our final and perhaps most important stop on our itinerary. Section 4. Knowing your dog's limits. This is where we shift gears to focus entirely on the emotional well-being of your pet.
It's a question we really need to ask ourselves, and we have to be brutally honest. Does your dog actually enjoy traveling? Because not every dog experiences it the same way. While some dogs absolutely thrive on the adventure and love exploring new hiking trails, others get deeply, deeply stressed by the constant movement, the lack of their normal routine, and the unfamiliar environments. You really have to know your individual dog.
You kind of have to become an expert at reading their physical cues. Pay very close attention to signs that your dog might just need a break. If they are panting heavily when it isn't hot out, if they're shaking, whining, suddenly turning their nose up at their favorite treats, or showing intense restlessness or exhaustion, they are stressed out. Sometimes the absolute best and frankly the bravest travel decision you can make is altering your own itinerary just for the sake of your dog's well-being. And that brings us right back full circle to our core theme for this explainer. A comfortable, prepared dog is a safe dog. Traveling with your pet can absolutely create unforgettable, amazing memories for both of you. But preparation is the ultimate key. By prioritizing their safety, packing smartly, and respecting their unique limits, you make the whole trip infinitely more enjoyable.
So before you load up the car for your next big getaway, ask yourself, have you packed for your dog's peace of mind or just for your own? A little smart preparation goes such a long way. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, safe travels to you and your furry best friends.